video will demonstrate how to utilize a few popular Google search operators. A search operator is a phrase or symbol that can be used in a Google search to yield a specific type of result. Today, I will cover 3 different search operators. First, how to use the minus sign to remove words from a search. Next, how to use the search operator cite to find a particular website or domain. And finally, how to use the file type search operator to do a Google search for a specific type of file. First, let's go ahead and open up our Chrome web browser and head to google.com. Now that I'm in google.com, I'm going to go ahead and do a Google search for Romeo and Juliet. So when I do my search for Romeo and Juliet, we'll look at a couple of things. First, I want to notice that there are a whole lot of results. We have about 30 million results that this search was able to pick up. And we'll see a lot of different types of results. I see the SparkNotes over Romeo and Juliet. I see information on a couple of different Romeo and Juliet movies. Well, in this particular search, I'm really just trying to find information on theatrical versions of Romeo and Juliet. So the first thing I want to do is remove the SparkNotes and the movies from my search. So back up in the Google search box, after Romeo and Juliet, I'm going to type a space bar, then put a minus sign, and I'll hit minus movies. And you may have noticed that the SparkNotes were called Shakespeare No Fear. So I'll also do another space bar and hit the minus sign with the word fear. So now I've constructed a Google search for Romeo and Juliet minus the word movies and minus the word fear. So when I conduct this search, Google will search for anything containing Romeo and Juliet, but not movies and not fear. So I'll hit the search bar, and first I want to go ahead and take a look at the number of results we have. So we've whittled down a couple million results here instantly. And we'll also go ahead and take a look at our specific results. I see what looks like the text of the play, information on Romeo and Juliet being performed in Houston, a news article about a school performing Romeo and Juliet. But nowhere on here do I see anything about the Romeo and Juliet movie or the Romeo and Juliet SparkNotes. So obviously, using the minus sign as a search operator to remove words from the Google search is a very effective strategy for students to use. And this is something that we can start teaching our students as young as 1st or 2nd grade. So next, maybe I'm going to look for Romeo and Juliet resources, but I only want to look in a specific place. We can use the Google search operator cite by typing cite and a colon to search on a specific website. So I could search fox.k12.mo.us, or we can search all domains. So maybe I could search all sites that end in edu. So that would be all educational institutions. So I went ahead and typed Romeo and Juliet site : edu. Now keeping in mind that edu is the domain extension for all American universities. So this site will look for Romeo and Juliet in American universities. Once I hit search, we'll first take a look at our total number of results. And if you remember, I believe we're about 30 million in our first search. We're down to about 116,000 results. So we'll see that our results are much more focused now. And you notice that these results are all coming from educational institutions, MIT, Edmonds, Folger, etc. So that is incredibly useful. So now we could direct our students to only do research that comes from educational institutions. The other type of search operator that we can use is to search for a specific file type. You can do a file type search. So when we're searching for a file type, that can be a PowerPoint file, a PDF, a Word document, etc. by using the search operator file type, one word, F-I-L-E-T-Y-P-E, and then a colon, and the type of file you're looking for. In this case, I'm looking for a PowerPoint. We know that the file extension for PowerPoint is PPT, so I'll type PPT. And then I'll go ahead and click search. And again, we'll take a quick look at the number of results we have. We're down from about 30 million to about 5,000 results. And all of these results are PowerPoint presentations that reference Romeo and Juliet. Teachers are also able to combine different search operators. So we could combine the file type and the site to look for only PowerPoints about Romeo and Juliet from colleges in America. And we'll see that that search has brought us down to 573 results. You can see how utilizing search operators is very beneficial to teachers when it comes to researching lessons, and for students to narrow down the Google searches that they're doing. This has been JP Presvento, the Fox C6 EdTech Coordinator, demonstrating some powerful Google search operators.